Hi, good night, and welcome to Bench Talk. My name is Jason Clark, and tonight I'm joined by our co-host, Mr. Hassani Evelyn and Mr. Akim Nero. Good night, guys.
Night,
Good
man.
How
night,
are you guys
mate.
doing
Happy
tonight?
boy, man.
Fantastic.
Good can't
Glad to
complain.
hear that. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. How the heat treating with him, man?
Crawl, yeah. Crawling bin, mate. Crawling bin.
Yeah, I hear. Ever
Yes,
son
you.
remember.
Yes, unit is the greatest thing ever invented.
Ever son remember she was telling me it was so ridiculously hot for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we should have kind of. It should have see it coming how the year start. You had a long rain in December. January was
Mm. Hopefully
can't
things
get the sweet potatoes. That whole hot said is can't sweet. You
Oh,
got sweet potato
that
shortages,
was good.
and you know sweet potatoes don't be sharp.
Yeah, I was just gonna say hopefully things get better, but things probably only gonna get worse from here on out
Yes, it,
for a
it,
bit.
it rough. And sweet potatoes going up to $7 a pound. And Lord and Heidi man, man said $7 a pound. So if any of our viewers got sweet potatoes. Just shoot me an IG. I'll be willing to pay no less than $4 a pound for some. But yeah, by the way, it is. Yeah. Also, before we start, condolences to the family of Telson Payne
for
and
sure.
the St. Catherine's Sports Club.
Mhm.
And to White Barbados, we know he was the best wicket keeper in that generation. It's just Jeffrey Jujon will lay in, but most of us would probably been coach or interacting with Coach Payne already. So thoughts and prayers with the family and the St. Catherine's Club at this time, man.
For sure. Rest in peace.
And on that note, Hassani also condolences to Reed and his family as well.
Yeah,
He really also lost his said a lot of
one
family
of this
members
morning.
today. So condolences to
Yeah,
our guy Reedy
Lee.
uh, and his family as well during this time. Uh, Tonight we have a special guest with us. Excuse me, and yeah, someone who just made his first class debut with UE CCC,
Yeah.
sorry, CCC recently. I think it was late last year or early this year. I think Nero alluded to me earlier. Mr. Amari Goodridge.
Hello, good night, gentlemen.
Good night,
Yeah.
Amari. Good night. Good night. Thanks for joining us on the show, Amari.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, yeah. Amari, for me personally, the name is relatively new to me. So I'm sure it probably might be relatively new to some of our viewers as well. So if you could just give us a backstory about Mr. Amari Goodridge, what's role you play out there on the pasture, just tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, no problem. My name is Amari Goodridge. I currently play for the UE Blackbirds.
Hmm.
I played my junior cricket. I mostly represented Commonwealth at the secondary level.
Come on,
Um,
here,
I
okay.
played I played on the 17 for Barbados as well. And I recently been in the senior trials that recently gone. And that was really about it. Also, as you mentioned, the CCC stink for Super 50, just representing
Okay.
CCC and Super 50 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need
Uh,
bowler, batsman, all rounder.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
I'm a all rounder, fast bowling all rounder. High 80s, low 80s.
Yeah.
There's a tricky one. I would like to say mid 80s to be safe, because to be safe, mid 80s. All right, mid 80s. All right, that could work. No, yeah, okay, we could work with that.
You said so when did you make your the debut for CCC for your first class then?
That was last year, the 30th of October.
Oh, last year October. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And so you said you played for Comamere, and then so obviously you are obviously around. I would say for obviously I know Roddy Aspect probably wasn't there then, but you were obviously around pretty I would say professional cricketing setups or structured
Yeah.
because you weren't really considered professional, but structured
Mm,
cricket sets. Um, how have you seen that change from like you say like Comamere, then you went on to UE and play for the Blackbirds and say you represented CCC. How have you seen that change throughout your career?
well, in my first couple of years at Common, Mr. Essett was still present, so there was still a lot of order and
Okay.
a lot of structure going on. But the transition from Common to UE in terms of training was it was kind of smooth because, as I said, there was always structure. But in terms of intensity, coming in the Blackbird setup, it was much different. As a young man coming in the Blackbird setup, I was actually shocked to see the intensity, like how the guys train, how the guys go about the business. And I would often ask myself, like, how will I fall in? Like, how would I fit into this setup? Like, how will my habits have to change? Like, what will I have to do to, like, make myself feel like I belong in this setup? If you understand me.
Yeah. And so obviously you would have obviously been around the likes of like the Floyd Riffers and some of those coaches
Yeah,
playing
for
being around that UB setup. So what was that like to just be around and just gain some knowledge from some of those experienced guys.
yeah, definitely an experience that I don't take for granted because there was so much to learn. I mean, you got Floyd Reefer, you got Pedro Collins, you got well when we played, you had
Pedro
Dennis Ramsden,
Collins.
the captain, you had Jonathan Drakes,
Mm-hmm.
all people that played cricket at the highest level. So there was a lot to learn. So it was like I was always all ears. And being my first time playing the Super 50, like it them being there was helpful, because it was my first tour. So they had a lot of things I had to learn.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
being around those guys made it a lot easier.
Okay. And um, speaking of your first tour, what was the experience like on that tour? Like, was it you obviously you're going into your first class a set the first class tour.
Hmm.
Obviously that's a dream come true for any young cricketer. So obviously you probably had some expectations or stuff like that. So
Yeah,
what was it the expectations like and actually what was it like in reality?
um, it would be hard for me to say that I was not nervous. So like I had a lot of nervous expectations as well. So I set a lot of expectations for myself to like to block out the nervousness.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I should have set realistic expectations and realistic goals
Mm-hmm.
and work from there. But it was definitely a eye opener for me in terms of backing myself, backing my ability. The first couple of games didn't really go as planned. I didn't score as much runs as I wanted to with the bat, to show my batting ability. But in terms of bowling, after the first game and I got out the nerves, I feel as though I was all ready to go. Back myself, I was confident and I was able to execute my plans a lot more clearly. So
Okay.
I feel as though like my mindset was the biggest thing. Like my mental game was the biggest thing on the tour.
Okay. Okay. Just
My Nero here. I remember the first time I saw you. That was probably 2017. Can't, but somewhere around there. Come remember playing Yorkshire. I think you missed probably the first day or something like that. You was playing for Barbados on a youth
Oh,
team.
yeah. I
Yeah,
remember.
so that was the first time I saw you. I was like, yo, this youngster has something in him. But at that time, you were a bit more chubby. You
Yeah,
was a bit more chubby figure. So then
yeah.
the next time I saw you, when we played a practice game at UE, this was obviously, I think this was the season of COVID, his first
Yeah.
season. Right. And then it was like, whoa. So was it a situation where you say, you know what, cricket is what I want to do. I have to work on myself. What was the turning point when it came to your weight at that stage?
At that stage, I think that was coming on close to COVID.
Hmm.
Yeah, so really and truly, the turning point for me was during COVID. Like I had a lot of time to sit down, like study, like where I wanted to go in terms of cricket and what I wanted to do going forward. So I had a lot of free time because it was on lockdown, we can't do much. So I made up in my mind, well, this is what I want, and this is the sort of like these are the things that I have to do to get there. Like I had to make a lot of sacrifices and like things that I accustomed doing, like eating as much snacks as I want, drinking as much soft drinks as I feel like. Like I had to change that up. So during COVID, I created a plan where I would like do intermittent fasting, change my diet completely, worked out twice a day, did a lot of running. So and then like after COVID, that just kind of stuck with me. But I still try to get in as much running, still try to get in as much gym, still that work ethic stuck with me from during COVID to now.
Right. That's always something I wanted to ask you. Because for me, I see a lot of young batsmen. So the more prolific young men now will be a lot of batsmen, and
Yeah,
but they're a bit heavy set. So it's more impressive as a fast bowler, to say, well, an all rounder. But obviously a fast bowler all rounder to say, you know what, this is what I want to do and actually achieve it. But there's some talented young men there in youth cricket. Barbados played against some already this season, last season, and they will hope that because any day if cricket is what you want to do, you have to take that step. There's no secret. You understand? So if they really love the game, it's something they have to do. It's right
like
to be prolific at youth level, but when you get to senior level, that's a whole different ball game, and people look at it different.
correct. I would always tell myself like I had the mindset I had was a journey 1,000 steps start with just one. I know once I start, and this is what I want, and I for sure want it. I know that once I start, I can continue. And when you start seeing results, is add that extra motivation. So as I started to see the results, I was more motivated. Like I just wanted to keep going. And then after COVID, the season came about, and I realized like my game, my game had changed. Like I shot myself. I was bowling
Mhm.
faster. I was running faster, fielding better. I was batting better, and like I haven't been doing any cricket training. That was just me looking like that. That was just me taking care of the physical side of my game. If you understand what I mean, and it improved everything.
Correct. And sometimes I saw on your IG like during the season you will be overseas. How long have you been going overseas? The club, how was the experience playing in the English conditions, etc.
I was traveling, playing in different countries for about I would say 2.5 years. Been to England, the US, mostly England and the US, but England is a bit tough mentally because of the long time period being away from home. As much as you're doing what you love and experiencing new places, you're away from family, you're away from your normal life, so it's a bit tough. But after a while, you get accustomed. The tournaments in the US, I believe, are very good tournaments. Like I actually love the fact that I love the way how the US going forward right now with cricket, and I feel as though the quality of cricket in the US is actually pretty good. The quality in England too, depending on which league you're playing and stuff. But generally, a good set of quality cricket actually.
One more question for you, let Hassani get in one. How long did it take you at UE to stop looking over your shoulder? Like, I know as cricketer, just a cheese on break, boy. This man here is a five, boy. This man is this here. Shh. But you know, with cricketers, they like to pick 45 teams, they like to pick a team, and obviously they got UE A and B. UE has got preseason trials and all sorts of things. So, how long was it before you start looking over your shoulder and well, yeah, it's a main fixture in UE plans right now?
Um, Well, funny enough, I wouldn't. This is just me and my mentality. I believe
Mhm,
like I don't think like that. I always
mhm.
believe that there's always room for improvement, and everybody at UE hungry. Everybody want to play. Everybody want to do the best. So for me, it's all about maintaining my workload, maintaining my performances. It's
That's
just about
immediate training answer.
that's it's easy for me. Yeah.
That's immediate training answer. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. Go ahead,
uh,
Shani.
Ah,
I was gonna let you know this is not ESPN. This barbershop talk. Like so many barbershop. You could
that's a
pop the collar and say, you know what? At this time, based on my performances, I believe that I'm a man saying you be like that. You feel free to say so. We allow freedom of speech.
being honest, I would say after my first year at UWI, I was pretty confident. Like once I again, once I got past the first couple games being in the new setup, I was alright. Um, UWI provide the training and the facilities for you to get better. So it's like up to you. The resources there, so it's like it's up to you what you do from there. So like
Yeah, you
after
answer we looking for, man.
yeah
Correct.
What
after
we
Correct.
looking for? Well,
after
why?
the first year, after the first year.
Correct. Right. So you see, I was going to dive into your mental, but you kind of answered the question in terms of the chubbiness and the weight loss. All right, during COVID as a cricketer, how did you navigate? Because there's so you you work and play cricket, or you go to school and play
No, I
cricket.
go to school and play cricket. Go to
All right,
school and
so
play
good. So mentally, how was that for you as a cricketer? I know it was getting the fitness, but it was not playing. Like
yeah.
mentally, how did you overcome or it was able to not only you lost your weight, you had a plan, but what was
Mm-hmm.
your plan immediately coming out when you hear cricket was lifted? Do you had goals set right? So I just need to hear that.
Well, firstly, getting through the pandemic period, getting through that period, it was just bringing it in my head all the time. Well, cricket gonna start back. Cricket gonna start back. There's not the end of the world. Cricket gonna start back. I would be up shadow batting 11:30 in the night. Cricket didn't start back. I would sleep with my bats in my bed. I would watch cricket till I drop sleep. Cricket didn't start back. Coming out of the pandemic though, when I heard training started back, I was actually very happy, but it was still a lot of restrictions, so it's not as enjoyable as it once was. So it was just finding the common ground with the pandemic and the cricket. So I think the goals I had set for myself was just well, I didn't play cricket in 2 years, so it's that I wasn't being so hard on myself. I wasn't training, so I just wanted to see where I was at and then build on it from there. I didn't really have no real goal set. I was just trying to see where he was at, being out from cricket for that period of time.
Okay. And second question, your story, as you said, I think your story is one you should tell, as in your determination to lose, to be better, to say, you know what, you when you're if you're talking, obviously cricket is a knowledge thing you pass down. That's a story you should tell youngsters on the if you see a cricketer that might be the same way or same as you, but you could see the potential. Tell them, well, this way, don't ever be afraid to pass on that knowledge because you have a success story in the making. The book can finish right yet, but your journey so far, based on what I hear you saying and the role said, that you're on the right path. You're doing great things. You put in the work. You got your plans. You got your goals. So where do you see yourself? Probably 19, 20 now.
21.
21,
Yeah.
5 years.
Um, 5 years I see myself definitely playing franchise cricket. Um, all around the world. I see myself in a West Indies setup as well.
mhm.
5 years from now, definitely.
So you prefer the shorter format or longer format?
Um, right now, right now is no give and take for me. I just love playing the game, regardless of the
Okay.
format.
It's always to say the shorter format because that's really income. You get the income first. You're
Yeah,
secure.
I
You
try not to
secure the
think.
bag for your family, for
I
yourself,
try
and
not
for your
to think.
family,
Yeah,
and
I try not
then
to think about it like that though.
huh?
I try not to
But
think
yeah,
about it.
you can't. But to me, I think that's the reality. Like, if you could get your head in there, nothing wrong with securing bag. Like somebody finding employment, the first thing you
The
look to
bag
do.
and fund you. Don't mind he. The bag and fund you.
Correct. If you
Don't
work
mind here
it,
that nonsense. The bag and
if
fund
you
you.
work it, you bagging
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, but
Correct.
the test cricket bag is take a little longer to come.
Yeah,
Bag
true.
and bag, good bags. Good bags, good bags. Um,
Uh,
so what is the plan for the rest of the cricketing season for you, Amari? Before you get into
um,
the game on Saturday,
the
how
plan.
the rest of your season set up? Will you be in Barbados? You're going US Open. You're going. Uh,
Actually, I travel at the end of this month. Actually, well,
mm,
not the beginning of June. I actually go to Antigua to a red ball camp,
mm,
and I later on in the year it's probably CCC again. Then you got Legends Cup, you got Trails, probably some traveling in between there. Nothing is
yeah,
really
mm.
defined yet. So it's just a waiting game. Just keeping myself ready for anything that comes up.
Thinking CPL or
Yeah, hopefully, definitely.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, now we are into the quarterfinal of the BCA T20 Cup. Obviously, UE always always one of the favorites for the tournament. How do y'all see yourself coming into this game against Wildy?
Um, I
No,
feel
in fact, wait, is Wildy up in it?
really,
Wildy, yeah.
really. I'm confident to be honest. I feel as though the guys have some good cricket to play. We've not been playing our best cricket, but I feel as though it could come together. It's been coming together like every week. So I feel as though, like, although it's not the best cricket, I'm still confident because you got a lot of talent in the team, got a lot of good players. So, really got a good team as well, but I got back my team.
So,
Yeah,
quick question:
it'll
Will y'all lost to
be a
Willie in the
good
group
game.
stage, right?
Pardon?
Y'all had lost to Willie. It was the y'all were
Nah,
talking to
nah,
him.
No, we
They
didn't play.
lost.
We
let me in a
didn't play.
different group.
No, y'all who y'all lost? Y'all last game, y'all lost. It
Yeah,
was
we were.
Where were you?
good. All right. For me, I always say it when you play unbeaten, sometimes you don't and you lost in final is hurt more than if you lost because obviously
You met
you're
Clint
able
calling
to.
them.
Huh?
You met Clint calling them.
Well, that I have you pre-fight banter. So it's good that you got it out of the way. So you guys know, all right, we need to do this, you need to do that. Because as long as you keep winning, you don't change nothing. Then going final and say, "Shh, we should do that different." But it's
Yeah,
always good. As Nero said, y'all are always amongst the favorites. But I mean, Billy is coming together at the right time as well. But it should be a cracker. It's playing at where it's playing.
really.
Polytechnic.
Mm.
Yeah, we got a good picture on there as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Any questions for you, Jess? Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask any more questions from the guys.
Not a question, just as saying to carry. Keep working on your game and don't let the box it in. When you see a 6-footer that's ball fast, they like to box it in. Don't let the box it in. Keep working on all three aspects of the game, and you can be good. Don't let the box it in.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
If there's one thing you remember, that words. Just be quick to change your Nero. Tell you
Yeah,
that
don't let the
you just
box
a
it
fast bowler. Just bowl fast. Don't worry about you batting.
in.
Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
But again, I
Well,
wish you all
Amari,
the best. Nothing but the best.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
yeah, wish you all the best going forward, man. Like you sound like a very dedicated and focused individual.
Thanks.
So yeah, like you sound like somebody who definitely put in the work. So once you put in the work, as you said, you'll definitely see the rewards. So like I said, continue to do what you're doing, and I wish you all the best going forward.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me,
Yeah.
and hopefully, my plans in 5 years, we all see it come true.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully,
All right,
hopefully, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
all right, thanks.
No
Yeah,
problem.
man.
All
Good
right.
night.
right, man. I sound focused in the
So
raw
Yeah,
Nero,
boy.
the
good
man was
stuff.
like,
Good stuff.
he was literally chubby. He was bowling medium pace or spin.
Now he was always a towering unit. So obviously, when they play schoolboy, they could tell, yeah, this little man is a player or what. So when it's played against Palmer, he was. You could tell if a man played forward. You could see his level. You could tell, yeah, this man could play cricket.
Talk
So it
about
was, yeah, so it was a similar thing with him. When he saw him play forward, like, then he happened to go away with the team, and they came back a week later or something like that. And then obviously, we probably played them the next year or whatever. Then they had COVID, so that's like a 2-3 year before we actually
But now
played.
you
And
right.
then when you see again, it was like, and then from there, so good. Because he was bowling quick at that time too. So he said, yeah, he going clear.
But Leroy Miles he's a big brute though. He's a mass. So when you said that he was chubby, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Ishmael definitely
Jess is saying he
for
like,
sure.
Yeah.
and he looked menacing as a fast. Like I'm like,
Hit the ball like thunder too.
Hmm?
Hit the ball like thunder like me.
no, just getting that.
All I know, man. Let me,
You're supposed
let
to segue there. Speaking of thunder,
let me bring it.
to the segue.
Let me bring in the new guest. Let me bring in the next guest. Sorry, let's bring in the next guest. Someone who
I don't feel
would
it
definitely know.
here right now.
Someone who would definitely know all the nonsense Nero to start because he had a couple seasons play with Akim Nero, the captain of the St. Catherine team, Mr. Zidane. I can't remember Zidane.
Zidane.
Zidane Harewood, man.
Yes, I know. I see Alan Payne. I think that's his grandson. Tells Coach Payne, son or grandson.
Oh, I'm not sure to be honest. I'm not sure.
Alan.
Zidane's good
Wait,
night. Good
Zidane.
night.
Alan Payne is
Nah,
Hello.
that's different. Not different pain. Not different pain.
okay.
Good night, Zidane. Thanks for joining us on your show, man. How you doing?
Okay.
Glad to hear it, man. Zidane, you played Yorkshire a couple days ago. Yorkshire scored. But first, before we go ahead, like I said earlier, you played with Akim Nero. You played under Mr. Akim Nero here. You played for Yorkshire. Quite a number of seasons. And Nero was the skipper. First off, I want to ask you. Oh, you weren't the
It was
skipper.
not the skipper, no.
Sorry. I want to ask you, how was it playing with Akim Nero for those seasons?
Not to lie, Akim Nero is one of the funniest guys you could play cricket with.
That is true. That is true.
If Akim Nero in the dressing room, it's always fun and laugh.
That's true. That is true. That is a fact. That is a fact. But Zidane, I know you've taken on a much bigger responsibility now. You are now the captain of the St. Catherine cricket team. How has that journey been for you so far?
In the beginning, it was a bit tough. Yeah, the guys in the early stages, but then now the guys like we gel together well. And unfortunately, we didn't make it in the quarterfinals, but we have a young unit.
Okay.
We're looking forward to fulfill. We hopefully do that.
Oh, and is this your first year as skipper or no?
That's it.
Okay. And you played Yorkshire, your old team. I think it was the week before. Yorkshire scored 190 something odd. You're obviously thinking that that's a pretty good score in the T20 game. And you guys got the runs in 13 overs. And you had a blister.
4 balls.
You had a blister in 117. I think it was not out.
Yeah. 43 balls, 8 fours, 12 sixes.
Jesus, Zidane, can you please talk us through that innings? And well, first, I don't want to hear obviously I want to hear about your innings, but I want you to talk us through the game. Obviously, Yorkshire batted first, scored 190 odd. Obviously, I think that's a pretty good score at T20. What was your after that innings? And then, yes, like I said, you could then talk us through your innings of 117 off of 43 balls. 117 not out at that.
Anything good, Yorkshire. I play T20 or 50 over is better than chase. I really toss, go first. As everybody know, Yorkshire was fast going wrong. When Yorkshire was batting, the time Shanky Richards left, then those scored 200 thing in the call for. My innings was a tribute to the court Spain. And I think it was not bad. It was blistering. And then before we went to bat, the Yorkshire guys gave me a lot of talk. So I just tell myself, keep my mouth shut, and on the bat do the talking. So says so.
Okay. Right now, Q. I can let Nero take over for here, but I know Nero was looking for it. Sorry, I know Nero was looking forward to this chat, so I can let Nero jump in here.
I can't say nothing. Obviously, personally, when I heard 14 at first, I was like, "That's bad." But 13, I was thinking, studying back to all like 50 cricket. Have I ever seen a team be 190 with 6 left? And I struggling to think of any cricket, PSL, CPL, any else. I struggling to think about any team to be 190 and 13. So it had to be a fantastic innings. Obviously against the farmer team. I know how the banter had to be out there. So well played. I first thing I tell you when I get to the club, didn't I? Well played. And he was in some fine form like the end of last season. I think he scored for Division 1, Elite 100 again, Wanderers in the last game. Then he had a stint in Ben 10 and he was doing quite well. Keith Boys probably had some scores. Yeah, I just following the cricket, so obviously, you know, he's captain of the captain and know that gotta be a task. So I hope he has some more respect for me and people who captain teams know their head is behind here. Now, you know. So we have some more respect, you know, going forward. But that's a serious innings, and so now I always had batting ability talent, but it's guys coming out no, but hopefully, unfortunately, it was against Yorkshire. I didn't want me to say it. I can't say nothing. I can't say. I can say nothing. What can I say?
Go ahead, man.
Let me rewind a bit now. Obviously, last season was a bittersweet moment for you getting that Elite 100. Obviously, all guys went down. What are the plans for this season? Is it hopefully get back to the top immediately? Because obviously, as you would have played with us, you know it ain't easy. Everything got online, etc. Then got obviously when we're down there playing some good cricket. If Foundation have Sealy and so on, that could be a challenge. You got police. What are the immediate plans when it comes to first division for Capital this year?
As everybody know, first division more competitive with these two. We're working on it. We'll be practice training hard. Hopefully, we can win first division this year. I can't straight back up. I just say it'll be hard because a police team could be bad throughout the whole season, and then it could stay in. Same goes for Foundation. So, everybody play for his mentally. They're like elite. They don't play to draw games, but play for batting points. Everybody's so we'll say, hopefully we get this season and we come back up.
I ain't got no more. I ain't about that game, so Sonny can go on. Hey.
Just white man has got the personal best against Yorkshire. It's like, yo, it's struggling for runs. We playing out Yorkshire now. Man, let me cash in, man. I mean, first of all, again, Zidane, again. Condolences to St. Catherine Club and Coach playing. Guys who would have went large. I ain't sure if Jace had, he would have got coached by Mr. Payne.
No.
Jace, you saw Mr. Payne at large when he was there?
No.
No. Cool. One best wicket. Well, wicket is very good. Mentor or coach. Mr. Cassia, when you do junk boy, cheese on Jesse, Mr. Cassia. He a mock up for an cloth. You perform poor, man will run you till you grown. Discipline. It was about discipline. And he would have mentored a lot of wicket keepers in that era. So you know the club was hurting. He fought a long fight with the illness, but the Lord able to see time to go and play cricket up beyond. So yeah. And I think they were even telling a story. It was funny before I said with the question. They was telling a story about Jeffrey Dujon. Like they had some games that Jeffrey Dujon wasn't able to go. And he would just go in dressing room, sit down, and the doctor said, "With Jeff, you can't, fingers broken, you can't." And he would just see Telson Payne in the corner smiling, cool and calm, and he know that this time man are airplane just because that was the greatness of the man, Mr. Payne, man. But I know it's been as Newer said up and down here. What are your goals for you this season? As Newer says, captain also is additional pressure.
My goals for this season, as last season, I had a good 3-day, 50 over. T20 finish now. Hopefully, have a good 3-day after the season. Collect a couple of awards. Promote my club back to elite again.
Okay. You normally bat in the top, in the middle.
Pardon me?
You open the batting or how?
Last season I opened batting all 3 formats, but this season I don't think I'll open batting.
Not really.
To be honest,
I ain't really hearing you.
I can hardly hear you.
No, I didn't hear you. Just I asked. So when you scored the 100, you were batting out. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I open the batting.
You open batting?
That's
That's
Is that you open the batting at Yorkshire as well? Huh?
Pardon?
You open the batting at Yorkshire as well?
That's it.
Okay. But and so the elite 100 that you had last year, that was your first elite 100?
That's it.
Okay.
Yes, Johnson.
No, well the one that you
Yeah,
had last year. Okay. So is it that it seems like obviously I haven't seen you play cricket obviously in years, but obviously I would have seen you a couple times at Yorkshire. Obviously, yeah, you're definitely a very good batsman. As in the rest of it, definitely as I know I've seen you definitely for something in you. Obviously, you open the batting, but I mean, obviously from hearing and seeing these scores in the news, it seems like you have taken your game to another level. So what has gone into that? Like just tell yourself you're gonna take it a little more seriously. You're training a little harder. Like what was the cause of the sudden jump in performance?
In the off season, is doing a lot of running work.
Okay.
Because everyone battling on it will be fit. So in the off season, is doing running, doing a lot of exercises, going to the beach, doing a lot of beach training, keeping myself in shape.
That's good,
And
man.
when you put in hard work, you'll always see results.
That is good. Sounds good. Sounds good, man. I'm glad to hear that, Zidane, man. Glad to hear that. And I wish you all the best as skipper, man. Hopefully the guys can rally around you and you can definitely get St. Catherine back up to the top. Nero there's got some smart thing to say now.
I'll be hanging me Grady next time see. I hang my Bear Grylls.
I got faith in Zidane, man. I got faith in
Well,
Zidane.
I think and they may have a little extra motivation this season just to like kind of rally together and say, you know what, Coach Payne would have want me to press on. So sometimes these are moments in life is bring the guys closer together and let them push for a goal and let them do it. Let them do it for him. So
True.
I'm looking
Hopefully-
forward to that part.
Hopefully, guys count every game I play, every game for Coach Payne.
Correct.
Any more questions for Zidane, guys?
Well, it's been a pleasure.
I had
working
enough
with
of you.
Zidane, man.
Hey, it's
All
done.
the
It's
best
done.
for the
It's done.
season.
I had enough.
Oh, Zidane,
well-
no, he was captain of St. Catherine. When he was at York, obviously, how we would have rated the Rose Bowl. It is a freak space now. I need a rating. You used to battle in the nets. You see it firsthand. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
On a scale of 1 to 10, you roll boy, I got 6.
Well,
You don't play for Yorkshire no more though, so he can't draw you. But he was you can't listen, Catherine. So you can be honest.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Well, I
He
guess-
mean I could take 6. He mean I could take 6 at anything.
I mean, he body everything for you, so elbows. This week I had a 6. But when he hit a 6, he.
Whoa, with 6, boy. Boy.
Okay.
Well, Zidane, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. Once again, congrats on being the skipper of the St. Catherine cricket team. I wish you all the best in your captaincy, and I wish you and the team all the best going forward in this 2023 season.
All right, thanks.
All right, have a good one.
Same thing.
Zidane, man, Zidane, like he got carried up another level, Nero.
Man.
Yeah, I remember Zidane. I remember Zidane there for true. I thought for you for true. Yeah. Glad for Zidane, man. I'm glad for Zidane. Before we close out tonight, guys, obviously we would have seen the news. We would have seen the news over the past week of new West Indies appointed coach. Familiar name, but one familiar name, very familiar name. Mr. Darren Sammy. Clearly you guys clearly you guys disapprove. Can you please share why?
Just we do not need a motivator. I honestly can't understand. Like we want to improve the cricket. Like Sammy could be a motivator. You could bring on Sammy to talk to the guys that he is not coaching. He might have no coaching background, none.
Fair enough.
Just like West Indies cricket want improved or the looking at optics. And then it looked political to me because Skerritt was very supportive of Sammy as when did they get team with the West Indies. You know they had the issues with the board back then. Skerritt and then was very, very. I know the probably might not want to come on the show, but I speaking fast. It was very supportive of Sammy. And to see he get the, I would really love to see who the other candidates. Just unless they pulled out by that Sammy was the best or the worst. But
so you're saying your main thing is that he does not have any like what he ain't got a coaching background or nothing. Fair
Correct.
enough. Fair point.
Yeah, like he went to T20 cuts as captain, but this is ODI and T20. Like they need a coach to get them a kick at them their ass for them to do better. Like they don't need that friendly
Right.
hug, that buddy. If Phil Simmons was that, we know get rid of Phil Simmons. That want to be a friend coach. They want a coach to get them a kick up their tail to let them know there's a job, there's a profession, get serious with cricket. We are not sending a message. You like and like I don't know about the coach Andre because he had a little success. Just like stand on easy scapegoat, and that time the man got some elaborate goals, for West Indies to be top world test champion by 2025. Like, whoa, oh, like you set these high expectations because you want to look pretty for media, and you can clearly probably chances are underachieve. I don't understand why we couldn't get the best for the job. I would really like to see. I hear shivers in the running too. I don't just Western Korea in the showers. I don't think Sammy was the 9 well Western need. They don't need buddy coaches. They need her. I know some people can say man yes homegrown, but we can get homegrown proper coaches.
All right, let me hear your take on it, Nero.
All right, I'm not gonna sit here and act surprised. Like, whoever. Let me start by saying whoever the coach is not going to change West Indies' fortunes because it's a structural thing from the ground up. You understand? So whoever the coach is, results. What you're gonna win an extra test here. You might win one more series there. Probably 5% between whoever. There's something, if we get an actual Ricky Ponting, a Fleming or whatever, Sangakkara, one of those guys, probably a 5% increase in performances because, like I said, it's a structural thing. But with that being said, what is the objective of West Indies cricket? What was the criteria? What was it picked based on? Was it a case West Indies thought looked for coaches? You look for the top coaches in the world. You went after them. Was it a case where everybody in the world sent in an application and you looked through and who you want? Like, what is the objective? Like, how can you arrive at that? I always had a feeling we would have gone local. I didn't have him. I had with a good shiver at Courtney Ambrose on one of them. Well, Sarah take himself out a little while back. But like even if we went in that direction, really. So for me, it's just like when like we've been rebuilding forever. Like maybe we can just tear it all down and start home. Like when yes, World Cup next year, we guarantee to actually be in it. But suppose it's the case, no, we are not in the World Cup for 20 years. The World Cup not Caribbean for 20, 30 years. No. They're missing out on that money. You got to qualify all the time. You're 10th. You're like, when the buck gonna stop? It's ridiculous. Like, what is the objective? That's all I need. Like, even like Tottenham might not be the best team in the world, but Tottenham can go for the best coach available at that particular time. You understand? Obviously, you got Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool, whatever. But if Tottenham sack a coach, they're gonna look for the best available coach at the time. West Indies might not be at the top of the tree. You gotta look for the best coach at the time. That's what I think it should be. That's what most people believe it should be. At least you're trying. We went after whoever is the top coaches in the world. Yeah, at least we tried. Like I just don't get it. The politics will always be there. It's just a seesaw. We had a lot of Asians in power the other day. There was Trinidad, Jamaicans. It's just a cycle. And then obviously we can see more island players probably pushing on this. Oh my God. Like, then much more can say, what is the objective? How can you arrive at that, Sammy? West Indies legend, he won to World Cup. St. Lucia will love him forever. I respect him. Obviously, as a cricketer, he wasn't the biggest fan, but as a leader, man, it takes a special person to lead men. All personalities, egos, all that. So he respected and got a lot of respect for Sammy from that aspect. But as West Indies cricket going far, how you get there? That's
I mean, to be honest, when I saw the news, I guess I wasn't phased at all. I wasn't upset. I wasn't happy. It was just like, oh, okay, we finally named someone. I don't know if that's a case that I guess nothing no that can't really shock me from a West Indies perspective. But I I don't know if they're looking at the fact that as you just said that he is a leader of men. He had a captain a whole bunch of Eagles. He had a captain of Chris Gayle, a Pollard. You understand? All like those type of players. He already had a captain. But I mean, me personally, I thought that I thought that it might be best at this particular point in time, just to just get a new voice. Me personally, I just thought that I would have liked to get a new voice. I just think that you just, I don't want to say reshuffle the same people over and over again, but I just think that it was time for a fresh voice. But I mean, they didn't go that way. They did not go. They didn't go that way. But I mean, hopefully Sammy could do something. Obviously, you're not gonna be a top in 2 years. But I mean, I believe like small changes in various categories could compound into significant change over time. So I mean, hopefully Sammy could come in and try to fine tune some things. And I mean, I really wish him the best on this thing. Obviously he's a guy that a lot of people would use, as you say, with respect. He won two
Sammy can
World
say right
Cups,
things, yes.
and I mean, fair enough.
You can say, well, the boys try I carry out and that, but I know you got a pretty small Clara's boy. Not I got nothing against Sammy person, but I just think at that time, this time he needed. I would have never guessed that. If there was a batting pool, Nero, I would have never bet money that he'd be one. That was left field. Yeah,
well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. Hopefully, he has a good run, man.
First test is against India. First set is India up.
No, you gotta go UAE. You go UAE first. Pre-qualify first.
So if you don't get the qualify, what next?
I know we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Any thing before we close up, guys?
Sorry, man.
The Ashes getting ready to start. World Test Champs. I see Joffre's out. Yeah, that's rough.
It is.
But it's what it is.
It is. There you go, guys. Well, viewers, once again, we want to thank you for continuing to tune in each and every week. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe whenever you do get a chance to watch this video. Thank you, and have a good night.
Peace.